Hi, my name is Fabian Padilla, and I'm here to talk about the most reliable, most user-friendly, and the most complete gas safety valve in the market today. We're going to introduce to you the safety valve, the only earthquake-activated valve that does not have to be braced, does not have to be leveled, and you can install in a matter of about 20 minutes. And we're going to prove that to you today with our installer, Ricardo Cortez. Then you cut it right. Okay, so now we're gonna get ready for the show. We're gonna do this live, all the way live, and we're gonna let our technician go to work and show you guys why you should not be installing any other product but the safety valve here. It's easier, it's more reliable, and it helps make you money. Ricardo, go for it. So what Ricardo's doing, he's preparing the installation here. These fittings have been married for years. So he's going to use his WD-40. He's going to tap the fittings that are going to be disturbed because that's going to save his back, his arm, and his knuckles. You got to remember to have the proper pipe wrenches and be ready to back yourself up. And so he's going to have to shut off the gas first. And so he shut off the gas, and you can see that he's got the shut-off valve in a vertical position now, and that means it is off. And then he's going to go ahead and use those meter swivel nuts as a union. So he's going to let loose that meter, even though he's not going to do any work on the gas company side, he still has to loosen it so he can make his installation easy. Remember, the earthquake valve has to be installed downstream of that gas company bypass tee. So he's going to go ahead and disconnect the meter, and he's going to also be very careful that not to lose that washer that's in there, because the gas company has a washer that's underneath the swivel, and if you lose it, you're going to be leaking, and we don't carry those. And you don't carry those. The gas company is the only one that has those. If by any chance you lose it, do not leave a leak. Call the gas company and let them know what has happened so that they can come by and repair it. Oh, what's that, Ricardo? Is that an antique shut-off valve there? So that's an antique shut-off valve he just pulled off the meter. That's what they were relying on to use in the case of an emergency, and that's almost impossible. Now they won't have to worry about it. Whether they're home or not, they're going to be protected. And so what Ricardo's going to do, he's going to remove that assembly in one piece, because that's going to make his installation, putting it back together, easier. He's got it, he's putting it back on the meter so he doesn't lose it. And then he's gonna remove that 90 there. That's okay, this is live, all the way live. It wasn't rehearsed. Ricardo has been in the business, how long have you been installing earthquake valves now, Ricardo?
3 years.
About 3 years. So he is seasoned. And we're going to show you in a few minutes how we train our rookies and the new guys too as well. He's turning that over a little bit so he can work with the setup. It's easier. It's easily accessible now. And he's going to remove that 90. That's all he's got to do, so he'll get it together there. And again, this is live, and Ricardo's not an actor, so they get a little nervous there. Starting to sweat, if you can see that sweat. But he is going to teach you guys how to do this efficiently and effectively. As you can tell, some of those fittings are hard to move. Even though we prepped them a little bit, you have to back it up and get that apart. It's been together for a while. So he's removed the 90-degree elbow. Ricardo, show us that 90-degree elbow that you just removed. And we're going to compare it to his valve base again so you guys get a better view. It is designed to replace the 90-degree elbow. So now what he has is he has more material for his stock. He's not having to spend any extra money on material. So again, a 90-degree elbow for truck stock. There you go. He's going to get his pipe dope, and he's going to put an efficient amount of pipe dope on there. He's not going to spread it all over the place because it's not necessary, and it doesn't look as clean when you got pipe dope all over the place. So he's going to get it all the way around, a good amount. He's not going to be stingy, but he's not going to get it, you know, all over that pipe nipple. He's going to do it clean and effective. This is a veteran installer here.
So
and
we
now,
got your out inlet and outlet here. So
there you go. Say that again, Ricardo.
So here's your inlet where the gas enters through, and here's your outlet where the gas enters the building. Okay.
And we're going to give Ricardo his finish wrench. And this is important. Anytime you're using a pipe wrench on brass or material like that, you want to make sure you use a wrench that doesn't have any teeth so you don't scar the product up. And I'm sorry to add time to his installation, but as you guys know, we are videotaping, so you know we'll give him an extra few minutes credit when he's done here. And so what an earthquake valve does, it automatically shuts off the gas in the event of a 5.2 or greater earthquake. So what tends to happen, and I'm just going to talk over Marissa as she's videotaping here, what tends to happen, it is proven that the pipes break at fittings. That's their weakest point because they're cut into already. And in order to meet plumbing code, you have to strap your pipes to the wall. So a pipe does not bend, it cracks. So when it cracks in the wall, it fills the wall, and that's what causes gas fires or explosions after an earthquake. So after we're done installing the most reliable gas safety valve in the market that is earthquake activated and has an emergency push button off and does not have to be leveled or braced, these customers will be protected. And there you go. As you can see, Ricardo's moving right along. He's replaced the 90-degree elbow, and he's installing our valve base. The next part of the installation will involve our actuator, or sensor as we may refer to it as well. And again, Ricardo's doing a good job with that pipe dope, making sure it's all the way around those threads, and then making sure it's not all over the place, or his face. It's important to get a good start so you don't cross thread, especially when you're working with brass. He's going to go ahead and get it started, and then he's going to tighten it up using his pipe wrench. He's going to have to use a backup wrench now. And you know, Ricardo's been doing this for a minute, so he is learning how to work real well with two hands. Has learned how to work real well with two hands and two wrenches, so that makes it a lot more efficient. So he's going to get it down more. And one thing that I will tell you, with gas, you don't have to try to Hercules it down, but now that we're there, it's what we're doing, but because you have low pressure, and just make sure you put pipe dope on there. So he's gonna line it up. There's wood. There you go. See that? She's lined it up right here to his thread so that he can pull it right on over, and maybe make a little bit of final adjustment. Oh, perfect. See that? The key of seismic in the making. He's going to put his washer back in there. One of the things that you might want to do when you're installing that washer, if it keeps falling out, you put a little bit of pipe dope like Ricardo is right there, and it'll stick to the bottom of the swivel nut a little better. So that's from experience right there. Ricardo's putting some pipe dope on there to kind of make it stick better. And he's going to line it up and tighten that baby up. So number pipe does is you got to work with it. So he's working with it. Got to go in there. Again, it's important that you don't cross thread, and that's why Ricardo is very careful to make sure that he lined it up properly and it installs properly. There you go. Tightening up both meter swivel nuts. That's important. And Ricardo just finished installing the valve base. The next part will be for him to install the actuator. And that's the valve actuator there. So one of the most important parts when you're installing the actuator is the cable tension. So you want to make sure you have a good lax cable tension there. There are no kinks and some good easy bends. There's a built-in level at the top of that, and Ricardo's gonna just make sure it's level. He's got his black marker, and he's gonna mark his holes. And as you can see, this cable is lax, no crucial bends. Nice, easy bends. You don't want it bent like that. It'll work, but it just makes it harder for the customer to reset it. Refer to it as your bicycle cables. When they're too tight and too tense, they're harder to work. So now that he's marked it, he knows where it goes. He's gonna drill the holes. And if you come back over here, you can see that he has all his tools lined up, and he's respecting the customer's property by putting at least a piece of cardboard down there. If you have tarp, you can put tarp. Cardboard works, so you don't stain their concrete. And he's gonna start with the starter bit. And he's gonna try to find his holes because sometimes they're a little bit hard to find, but he's got it. And he's got the starter bit. And the reason we start with the starter bit is because it's easy. You don't want to crack the stucco. through. And if Ricardo hits wood, he will not have to install the lags, the shields, or the anchors. There he goes. He's got his starter. Hey, Ricardo, show him how you mark your drill bit. And we recommend that everybody does do that because that is how deep it needs to go to install those shields. And you don't want to go too deep because you don't want to end up in somebody's bedroom. So it's important that you do mark it, and that's a good habit to get into. See, went right up to that. Hitting something back there, what?
I think it's hitting I think just the concrete.
Now that he's doing his hose, he's going to go ahead and put in his anchors, tap them in with a hammer. There you go. And then he's gonna get his bolts with his washer, make sure he puts the washers in there. And he's got his driver there. So again, it's important that you guys have the right tools to be the most efficient. And we highly recommend cordless tools because you never know when you're gonna have power or not. And with cordless tools, you'll be able to do almost any installation because again, you won't be requiring any power sources. So he's got his screws very easily with his impact guns and install them. And we got a dead battery there, but that's okay. He's got a backup. Okay. You want to just start your bolts, get them in there if you got them all lined up. Go. You're just going to make sure the actuator is installed rigidly because that is what's going to stop the movement, the earthquake. So there it is. Ricardo's basically done with the installation. The rest of it is just cleaning it all up and tightening it up. So right there, what he's going to do is he's got that actuator. This is very important. He's got that actuator hand tight, and then he's going to get his finish wrench on the top there and tighten it just a little bit because at the bottom of that, there you go. And that's tied it up right there. And if you happen to put your wrenches on here and you scratch it up, we understand that's the nature of the beast. So that's why we put this cap here. So you just slide it over and hide your wrench marks. That's basically just for authenticity. And right here is where you have all your valve information, your valve serial number, which is important that you document on the warranty card and have the customer send it in, because this gas safety valve does come with a 30-year manufacturer's warranty. So Ricardo's going to show us how to set and use the valve, and right now the gas is off, as you can see right up there. Point to the gas off position, Ricardo.
Gas is off.
And the gas is off. Now he's going to turn it on, and he turns it on by simply turning it counterclockwise, and it's on, and you can see right there where it says gas is on. So Ricardo, we have a gas emergency and we need to shut the gas off. How can we do that?
We just simply come out to the box, remove the cover, and press this button here, and it'll turn off the gas.
And that's an emergency push button gas turn off. And this is the only valve in the market that has that. It's a tool-free operation. Now he's going to reset the valve, turn the gas back on. Again, no tools needed. His gas is back on. He's ready to restore the gas and do his final soak test. And we've installed another safety valve and protected another customer from any potential gas fire caused by an earthquake. Getting ready to restore the gas here. And he's going to turn the gas valve on slowly, because you don't want to turn it on fast right away. He's letting the gas pressure build up. And he's got it on where it's completely horizontal now with that shut-off valve. And the gas is on. So what he's doing there is he's soak testing for leaks. Anywhere, any fitting that he's touched, he's spraying it all down, including the valve. And he's gonna bring that cap up and spray around everything and look for leaks. It's important that you do not leave any gas leaks. And at the same time, Ricardo's also looking at the gas meter, making sure that the dials are not moving right here, so that he knows there's no gas flow going through. Something's on and it's filling up with gas inside. There's no movement, so he's going to continue to keep working. Now that it's not leaking, he's wiping it down, getting the soap residue off of there. And again, these are all good work habits for you installers out there. Then he's going to paint his work. And again, this is all part of good work ethics and painting his work. The inspectors love to see that. They know that you're thorough, and they love to see that you've done some clean work. He's going to protect the property, and he's just going to paint it with gray primer. And that's it. Simple. A little bit of care like that makes your work go a long ways. And he's going to clean it up real quick. And he's basically done with the installation. He's going to take it even further. He's going on the gas company side of the meter and paint it up a little bit.